Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 TS Hub. We are back for another Friday night. 2 races to go in Season 11 and we are here for the Podium tier, Round 11 in Malaysia. We've already got some rain in this famous track, which of course we won't be racing on after this season, so hopefully it's going to be a good one. Alongside me in the commentary box, as always, Sean, how are you doing tonight, mate?
I'm doing pretty good tonight, thank you. And as I already said, we have a rain affected qualifying session just now, so it's always throw out some good mixes and maybe some of the toughest races and quality to drive around Singapore, because it's pretty easy to lock up or just like go straight away. So it's gonna be a hard task, and I'm really looking for what the drivers can do tonight. As already game set experienced that, just drifting along those two long double wide handles. Yeah, I'm looking forward for this qualifying session.
Yeah, of course, as I mentioned, this will be the last time that we race around Malaysia. Of course, it's been taken off the F1 calendar, and so this will be the last chance we get to see these Formula 1 cars go around these. What is this? For me, it's always been a enjoyable track, you know, twisty, different series of corners, some technical corners, and yeah, it's always been good to push the car through here. But this Podium tier, 2 races to go, 50 points up for grabs.
Game is set.
And we've already had
drifting alongst the penultimate corner. I still find for me that's like one of the most difficult corners to take in all F1. Just the penultimate corner here in Malaysia. It's so difficult, even in the dry, but let alone in the wet.
Yeah, there is some extremely technical corners here, and of course the track designed to for the modern F1 cars. Hello to everyone watching. If you're wondering why we weren't around last week due to the PSN issue, we had to cancel round 10, so we'll move swiftly on to round 11, and yeah, we've got a 2 title battles, the constructors and drivers, and we're ready to find out what's going to happen tonight. Will they be decided, or will they continue on one further week? Just quickly, a few new drivers joining us in the Podium tier, so welcome to Nabs, and he's having his debut here tonight, so best of luck to him. You've also got, having their debut tonight, Liam. So Liam in the McLaren, look out for him. And I believe that those are the 2 new drivers tonight. Yes, that's correct. The rest are familiar faces in this Podium tier. Of course, this is round 11, so not long left to go this season. Only 12 rounds. And Sean, for the races you've commentated on, they've put on a good show for us, haven't they?
Yeah, overall this season the Podium tier has provided some great races. Some of them were some sort of boring, if you ask me, but a lot of the races they have like a good amount of battles and just overall clean, fair racing at some point. For some drivers, sometimes hard, but I always like it for hard racing. And yeah, they put on a great season, the Podium drivers, and I'm looking forward that this race comes even greater with this rain. As I already see that it's sort of drying up actually, or is it just me?
No, I think it is possibly drying up. The track looks a bit greasy, but perhaps it's at that crossover point that we often see. But the drivers will have to, you know, figure that one out for themselves. We've only got Lukey in the pits at the moment. Everyone else out on track. I'm sure they'll all want us a lap time. Lukey's out as well now.
But if I just look at and game set at 155, I mean, yeah, I just want to say Joy, it can be much faster, and he does that. The 46.5. Overall, decent lap time, but what can... I just saw McLaren driver.
Liam jumps into second. A few temps off.
Yeah, great lap time is him, and Maverick 149.7. And Flaws is a 46.2, so the laps are tumbling down. I just want to see what Joe can do. Obviously, he is in the title fair as well. He needs to score a good amount of points over Flaws if he wants to have his chances high up for the final round, as this is 13 points between them.
Yeah, definitely. The championship battle will be a vocal point of today's race, and of course we'll bring you live updates of, you know, who will be winning and who will be going home empty-handed this season. But you never know; it might go on to the last race. We'll have to wait and see. But Lukey and Joe, the only 2 drivers yet to set a lap time. Joe is coming towards the end of his lap now.
Yeah. Just he goes a little bit pretty close to the curves there. You normally go right there. They have like the best possible track, and he goes, yeah, pretty disappointed that time, 147.8, but that was due to more some understeer that he had in some corners and just running right a little bit. But sure, he can do the second one maybe a lot better.
Interesting to see these conditions. Are they going to dry out? Lucky's just starting a lap time now. He's very tentative on the power as he's in max fuel as he heads down the start-finish straight. You can see the sun starting to come through the clouds, but yeah, I don't know whether anyone will gamble it and go onto the slick tires. I think that you know, it does look still wet out there at the moment from the onboard cam, but we've got Jorit and Gamersat in the pits at the moment.
Yeah, and we have yellow sector 2 and 3, that's for Nets just going off the track. That's around going through the second sector. So, little mistake, if you go too easy on the power there, you lose it straight away. Even in the dry when you try to throttle and everything. It's still difficult, so I don't blame him for that little mistake. He's gonna stay on board with Lucky.
Really struggling with some understeer in this condition.
Yeah. He's trying to, yeah.
Of course, if the drivers know it's a dry race, they won't want to compromise their setup for this wet weather, and of course they'll just have to struggle and get on with it. But yeah, he's really struggling to get the power down and get the inside apex through some of these corners. He's just about to meet some traffic as well as Jorg. Yeah, Jorg's kindly move out of the way. It does look a relatively tidy lap from the former champion so far though.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. This is sliding a little bit, but I always love those slides always in the rain. Just it gives that extra feel of the track, and plus in some corners it might gain you as well in some factor, but it goes to the final corner. Normally take this as wide as possible to get the best speed there. As he goes a little bit wide, put on the throttle, and I think over it's just a pretty decent lap time, and it is a 46 flat, so very good lap time from Lucky.
Yeah, definitely. So takes provisional pole at the moment. We've only got under 4 minutes left of the session now, so goes pretty quickly. Does the short qualifying session. The order at the moment is Lucky, Reflow, Jorit, TK, Jonas, Liam, Razart, Spider, Jaw, Danestar, Rex, Maverick, Gamersat, and Nabs. So yeah, tricky conditions for these drivers, but they're having to get on with it. Reflow, of course, has won the last 4 races. So if he was to win tonight, he'd make it 5 out of 5, which is crazy when you think of it, Sean, because the first 6 races we had 6 different winners. So he's really dominated since then.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising. Like 6 out of 6 different winners, and then on like some drivers just they dominated, and all the rest of the season. It's pretty surprising to see normally, but yeah, it's pretty surprising actually. And Joy's now in the pits, but I don't know if he have actually enough lap time, because he was out of fuel like most of the lap time. So hopefully he can set a lap time. Otherwise, he's in a pretty low position, P9.
So yeah, Joel, he'll be looking to improve from there. He needs to. It does definitely look a bit drier, but I just don't think it's at that stage yet where, you know, anyone can risk coming out. We've still got Nabs going round paused for some unknown reason, but yeah, Lucky's surely going to.
So
yes, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that's why all always goes. So I think his qualifying says he's pretty much over, because this is going to take ages for you to go into the pits. So
Lucky's going to start another lap, and then that'll be him done and dusted. So he's going to have one more lap at this on the same set of tyres, and he gets traffic. He's already got traffic. He's got Spider Atlas coming out of the pit lane, I believe, and that's completely ruined his lap. So he's already reacted to that. I don't think he's happy about that one.
No. Yeah, he doesn't have enough fuel, I think, to go for a lap. Yeah, 1.7 seconds. He's pretty much given up, I think. And although he's just like 2 times faster than Flaws. And Joel! He just retired in the pits.
So maybe he felt like he couldn't get out in time. Oh, Jorik goes off the other the other Ferrari. TK's just behind him. So 3rd and 4th for 2 Ferraris at the moment.
Wow. Pretty surprising. There goes Flaws now out of the. He says he's not gonna lap time, and yeah, Joe is pretty much in danger, I think.
Jonas, of course, we'll have to update everyone watching. He is actually racing for the Mercedes team. He's just selected the wrong car here tonight. So Jonas, he is fighting for the Constructors' Championship with his teammate Luki, and they wanna win that one at the moment. But he's in the Red Bull. But yeah, as I mentioned, he is actually racing for Mercedes.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that he went in the Red Bull. And yes, yellow sector 1. That's for Rizard. Came out of pit and he is pretty low on fuel as well, so watch out on the track, mate. Just letting the Red Bull go through.
Danestar as well. He hasn't done a particularly quick lap. He's usually near the front end of the grid, top 5, I'd say. So I expect him to move up from 10th position at the moment.
Yeah, the Vols just have 20 seconds left to actually set a lap time, and I don't know if he's gonna make it. I think he's just gonna make the lap time, so he's gonna be really lucky. There he goes.
And just riding on board with Rex, I think he's just gonna miss out on being able to set another one. So as he exits the last corner,
he's just gonna miss that one. Yeah, Maverick as
well.
So
yeah, Maverick. So what is this gonna be from Prime? Yeah, Prime and Rex. So he moves up to inside the top 10. That pushes Danestar out. So Danestar under pressure here, running rich, very low on fuel. It'll take him to the end of this session.
Oh, yeah, but Jones is second now. He has improved his lap to a 46.1, but he has enough fuel to go for a second lap, so hopefully he can do. And Spider is out, so he just presses the return session button.
So look at that, Mercedes 1-2 at the moment.
Yeah.
What can Reflow do? He's had a lot of pole positions this season. Can he steal it away from the Silver Arrows? We'll find out very shortly. Just on board with Danestar. He's exiting the last corner, took a very tight hairpin. Don't know if that'll favour his exit as he crosses the line. What is this? It's only enough for 8th.
Good lap time for him. And let's see what Jones can do. Oh, he has the Ferrari, I think, in his way. I think that's from Tigray. No, it's Joy, actually, sorry about it. But he's also on a lap time. He is sliding all over the shop. So
Liam pumps it into P2 on his debut.
New one, yeah, 46 flat. Just great lap time from the newcomer.
You got Reflow, Jorit, yeah, to cross the line. Jonas as well. He was just slightly down on his middle sector time, I believe, or whatever sector it was. I think it's drying up. I think it's dry, Sean. Yeah. The track's dry, so anyone on track now is going to be going quicker.
Yeah, but they're also on the Inters as well, but I know this is going to happen. What kind of flows do I have? This is going to be 45, surely.
Surely he's going to steal it. He does.
Yeah.
And Jonas calls it a day, so does Jorit. Anyone else left to go?
If you're still waiting for the race, then Joe is in a good position because he can start on a fresh set of Inters if it is still for the race. But yeah, for Liam, just a very good lap time for him, as for his debut there, just to get third place, and he can't complain about his qualifying session.
So Reflow, he left it late this time, but he absolutely nailed it. Pole position, another pole position here at F1 TS Hub. He's really raking in those records at the moment, is Reflow, and that's the best place to start to win the championship tonight.
Yeah, I mean, an absolute great start by him, and for Joe not so much, because I think he had like too little time to set another lap time. So yeah, but if it is dry, then it's gonna be pretty much screwed anyway, because then everyone can choose a free set of time when he won. But if it is Inters for the race, then he has actually some advantage maybe, because he's gonna set a new set of Inters for the race.
Well, it's all to play for here in Malaysia. Will it be wet? Will it be dry? We will find out shortly. Qualifying is over. We'll bring you the official confirmation list, and then we will move on to the ever so exciting Malaysian Grand Prix. So Reflow takes pole position, Luki in second, Liam in third, Jonas in fourth, Jorit in fifth, TK in sixth, Razor in seventh, 8th is Danestar, 9th is Spider Atlas, 10th is Rex, 11th is Jaw, 12th is Gamersat, 13th is Maverick, Nabs is in 14th place. All qualified on the intermediate tyres, and all drivers set for a cracking Malaysian Grand Prix.
Yeah, and as we are waiting, so yeah, Joe a little bit disappointed with his qualifying session. And yeah, and he also went out of fuel, like I think in the middle of the track as well. So yeah, that was a little bit unlucky for him, but hopefully for him that the race is raining as well. So he has some luck, because you can start on a fresh set of inters. So yeah, he has some luck in this race.
Yeah, everyone else. Will all those inside the top 10, Sean, then have to start on their inters that they set their qualifying lap on? Is that correct?
Yeah, they all have to do that.
So yeah, as you said, slight advantage, but you know he's 10 places behind his championship rival, and you know if there was one qualifying he needed to really put on a show. Today was the day, but yeah.
Anything can happen.
Exactly, yeah.
Malaysia, even in real life and in other league races as well. Malaysia is always good for some entertaining races. So I think Joe has some chance. He not have to get his head down, just heads up and then make the best out of it in these conditions. He is a good driver and he knows what he can do about the back of the field. He has done it before in some races, so why not this race?
Alright then, so we're just waiting for all the drivers to ready out. It appears Gamersat has left the session, so he will be able to get back in if he rejoins.
I think not.
His car's there on the grid, so I think, yeah, he's joined again already. So will he be able to bet?
Oh, no, he's not.
Is he not on the grid?
No, he's. Oh my God, Codemasters, really? They have set their
what a
car
shame.
Exactly back in the. Oh my God, Codemasters sort. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my head. God, this is just a joke, to be fair.
That's going to be really disappointing. You know, you practice all week, and then that happens. If you do see disqualified from the session, it's only from this formation lap. If you make contact with another car or the barrier. But hey, we'll start this race with 13, and of course our commiserations to Gamerstat, who had that connection issue. Yes, yeah, me too. Me too.
I mean, like, it is on the formation lap, sure, but I still don't get it why they put it back into the pit lane and now he can't actually drive. I mean, that happened to me in Canada though. I disconnected for some other reason, just a formation lap, and it put my car straight into the pit lane. I don't get it. So, Codemasters, hopefully you will listen sometimes and just don't do this again. Just ruining people's races.
Alrighty, as we come through Malaysia, our last formation lap around this track for the foreseeable future, unless they secure another F1 contract. Sean, you gonna miss racing around this track?
Oh, I just miss it. I mean, it has brought some great successes here in my league races, in other leagues, and yeah, just an overall in real life, just this track is always fun. And Joel, oh goodness me, always testing to drift in the penultimate corner. Yeah, back to the Malaysia thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss it. Even in real life, some exciting races and in league races provides some great action. So I'm definitely gonna miss it. So hopefully they can bring a deal back. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, and Reflo will lead us round for the end of the formation lap, and I wonder how nervous he'll be feeling seeing the car, knowing he can win the championship today. He, of course, needs to just finish within so many points of Joel, so Joel needs to outscore him by 12 points, doesn't he? So there's a big ask from 11th place on the grid. Luki's the only other driver on the grid who can win this race. So, win the championship. So, yeah, 43 points behind with 2 races to go. What is going to happen for the championship? Here we go, round 11, podium tier in Malaysia. We're about to get underway. The 5 red lights are out. It's raining. All drivers are on intermediates, we believe. Yes, they are indeed. We're already seeing some position changes at the moment. Of course, Gamerstat isn't able to race as they head down to turn 1. Luki looks to the inside. He goes very deep.
Luki.
And Reflo's spun. Reflo's been spun.
Oh my God. Oh,
Luki sent an absolute dive bomb down the inside. He actually able to slow the car down. Reflo got caught out, had to slow down, leave too much room on the inside, which enabled someone else, I think it was Jonas, to tap him. Dainstar's moved up 6 positions as well.
Diners have to stop go for ignoring yellow flags. And
that'll be interesting.
I mean, someone is on the ground, that is T-Gray and Liam, but I mean, can't this be any more scripted than this? Then just the floor's just spitting out, and then George now in front of him. I mean, it can't be any more scripted than that. Absolute Seems, and there goes Flo's round the outside. It doesn't work, and ooh, Joe, be careful.
TK goes down the inside of Liam, so Liam's got wing damage. TK, the Ferrari, moves ahead of the position. Oh, look at this, the two Williams.
Oh, don't collide, boys. Take it easy. It's 28 laps. There we go. But yeah, about Lucky, just a dive 1.5 for him. Breaks, I think, more than 30 meters later than the rest of the field, and still makes the corner. That boggles my mind. And he has a 3-second lead already from Dinosaur, who made 6 positions out of this crazy start with flaws.
Look at this, Razor and Jor now battling. So Jor, Reflo gets ahead of Jor through that. So Jor's lost out to his championship rival. Look at Nabs as well. Yeah, Nabs is in his first race is in 7th position, so he's going to lose a couple. Loses a bit of front wing there too.
Nabs has lost his front wing. So
he'll maybe be kind to his teammate. We'll have to see. No, he's ahead of him for the moment. So go side by side into turn 1. Giving each other, pushing to the limit.
He taps his teammate. Oh my god.
So
yeah, I mean,
you have to say Joel tapped his teammate there, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he wants to desperately in front of him. I mean, it's not nice, but I can understand in some. Oh, that's Final hitting his front.
Front wing.
The hit back of Joel. Yeah. Oh, Joel.
Joel goes off.
What we called.
Is this if this championship slipping away for Joel? You have to say he's back to 11th place now. Reflo's made it back up to 6th position already after that spin at the first turn.
I mean, when Joe went off, it's more like cause of his karma when he hit his teammate and he spun off again. So I think that was more of a karma situation. But yeah, Flo's just escaping this and still being very lucky that he's now back up in 6th place after his spun.
Yeah, I think he ghosted and didn't get any damage either on the first lap. So as we've seen, some of the drivers further down the field are carrying damage, and that's affecting them, particularly in these conditions through the high-speed corners. Jorit struggling a little bit there. Spider Atlas was all over him. He's able to pull a second gap, and now Spider Atlas is the one under attack. Half spins it. Reflo's got to be careful. He's got the championship to think of here tonight. He can't take too many risks.
He can't ever do it, but it's 26 laps they have to do, so Flo's has to take it easy. Oh, be careful, mate. He knows that he is in front of Joel anyway, so he needs to take it careful. He needs to.
Lukey sets the fastest lap. Of course, don't forget Mercedes are running 1 and 3 at the moment, so that would be a massive 40 points hole if that's where they were to finish, versus Williams, who are currently only about to score 12 points.
Joel goes down the inside of Maverick for a point tails position, and he gets it, although he runs slightly wide, but Maverick as well. So Joel is in the points, and hopefully he can continue his way to Primeville there. He is 1.1 seconds. But yeah, an absolute, I mean, it's a crazy race already, and we are only on lap 3, so I think this is gonna be more action than that, and Joel almost lose the back end there in those corners.
Yeah, so lap 3 out of 28. We started in intermediate conditions. I don't think it's going to stay like this the whole race. It does look like there's a possibility it could dry out. Of course, only the drivers sitting on the grid know the forecast. We don't. Hopefully that'll come in perhaps the next game. But as we head towards F1 2018, Joel heads towards 9th position.
Down the inside. He runs right, and Primeville gets his position back, but he's still on his sides. And Joel goes a little bit on the grass to still have the inside, and he gets 9th place of Primeville.
Primeville's holding it.
But he gets it, Joel.
Yeah. So great good racing there from those two.
Yeah. I mean, he went like a dive ball of the century, but Primeville tried to do the switchback, but Joel was still on his inside, so very good for him. And for still, look, still 49.7, still gonna continue on, and
Jonas has come in
for both the front wing. Wow, I didn't see that what happened then.
So is this gonna be a standard intermediate stop, front wing change? Looks like it could be.
So. Yeah, intermediate. That puts Joel in 8th, so. Oh, there goes Wise down the inside of T-Gray. And Weiser still going side by side. They tap a little bit wheels to each other, and Decoy still gets P6, but Weiser still comes back. He's gonna go for the dive. Better things to do. Liam is just fast that time, 49.6. Lonely in a 13th place with 8.8 seconds.
Yeah, down 10 positions. So he's not had a good start. Yeah, it's not been a good one. The two drivers to stop now are Jonas and Liam. So perhaps they'll come into play later in the race if this dries up. It'll be interesting to see how things and strategy work out. But look at this, Reflo all over the back of Spider Atlas. This is for 4th position. And yeah, Reflo not wanting to wait around. He wants to get up towards that podium. And I'm sure he wants to win this championship in style. But it's going to be a tough ask because Lucky looks definitely a man on a mission tonight.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's already the gap 8 seconds. He's still going to continue the gap on. And yeah, Floss really wants to fight this, wants to championship immediately, so he don't have that much worries about the next race. But although Spider Wells goes really wide, but gets a better accident for. But yeah, Floss has to take it easy. He knows that he's already a couple places in front of Jor. And
here comes Jor versus Razor, by the way.
He made a mistake, Razor. He made a mistake, I think, Razor. Oh,
Jor down the inside.
Does he get it? There we go. Yeah, he can squeeze him off. Yeah, he will. 7th place. So I think Joe is not done with this race. So that's really good to see. As Floss is down the inside of Spurderalitis and he gets 4th place.
Straightforward move down the inside to turn 1. Needs to make sure the McLaren doesn't come back at him to turn 2. No, done and dusted. Jorah is meanwhile getting on the back of Danestar. So I think it's drying up out here, Sean. I think that it's getting drier, but how long will it stay? These conditions we'll have to see. Of course, hello to everyone watching. Don't forget you've got the Pinnacle tier at 8 PM and the Prestige tier at 9 PM later on tonight at F1 TS Hub. So you can catch all 3 of our tiers racing live with commentary. Of course, tonight in the commentary box for our Podium tier is myself and Sean. And we're enjoying this one so far as the Renault goes wide. He doesn't seem to lose too much time. Is he going to be under threat in the braking zone?
No, he doesn't. And Joel, he brakes, oh my god, hits the back of Dynasty. His brake was so much better than Dynasty and he gains a lot about it, but he needs to take it easy. There's still 23 laps, so he will get his chance. Meanwhile, just looking 10 seconds up the road, Joel just found himself a new career and just drifting in all those corners.
Oh, he gets close again.
Joe, take it easy, man.
It's not the quickest way to get round the corner, unfortunately, although it looks it sometimes, it definitely isn't. So Joe moves ahead of TK now. So what has happened? TK's made a mistake or something, had an incident.
Yeah, I think he just drifted in the predominant corner, you know. It's very easy to lock up and then downshifting. It's
Danestar's in, yeah. So no front wing damage. What is this for? Oh, is that speeding? Or did he manage to get that slowed down? That's ridiculous. Look, all drivers coming in. I think they're gonna. Are they gonna fit dry tires here? Or are they gonna go for a short inters?
It is inters though, but it's only lap 6 though. I mean,
I think what they're thinking, Sean, is that it is gonna dry up later on in the race, and so they might as well. If they can't take their inters to the dry pit stop, they might as well pit now and get the most undercut on the freshest tires.
Yeah, but like it's still lap 6, so they can take it at least another 4 laps. But it's still weird that everyone's gonna pit then. But if it is like within 10 minutes, or 50 minutes I mean, then I can understand it. But if it is like 10 or 5 minutes, then it's pretty waste of the pit stop actually, because you can still continue on like 5 minutes later. And TQ's left the session.
What's happened? Perhaps he'll be able to get back in. So Nab's going side by side versus Jonas, and look at that, Reflo is going to go clean route the outside of both of them.
Yeah, thought it was going 3 right for a moment, but Floss has positions, so very good to see. And it's fresher soft tire, soft inters. Yeah, George is drifting all over the place. But yeah,
2 McLarens out getting quite close there as well. In the middle sector as they head towards the braking zone. Look at that. Navi goes a bit deep.
Lucky still stays out. I just watched like top 3 what they are doing.
Oh, the two McLarens touch! The two McLarens touch! Nabi's going to get involved in that too.
No.
I think Nabi actually saved Liam from spinning out there.
The two newcomers already collided with each other. Oh god.
Yeah, Nabs was a bit of a sitting duck there. He couldn't really do much. He actually saved Liam from spinning out completely.
Oh, what are they doing? It looked like that Liam was like waiting him down to maybe take him out or something. It really looked like that, but hopefully they don't.
No, they head towards the braking zone. And, Nabs goes very late on the brakes, but Liam's going to sweep back through. And you can see the sunshine glaring down. This position change.
Yeah, the top three is still staying out on those inters, so I think they're just going to continue on until it says they are disabled. Not sure what they are going to do.
So Danestar comes out ahead of Jonas. Of course, Jonas and Liam were the two drivers to make those early pit stops. So currently in 8th and 10th respectively. Maverick doing a solid job in He's just about to get past the ghosting TK into 4th position. So
yeah,
doing well as Maverick.
Making on 9 positions already at the start, so that's really good to see.
Here comes Jonas versus Spider Atlas. Jonas carrying that wing damage.
Yeah, I just noticed that everyone has like pretty low fuel in their car. I just noticed that. Like Luki has just under a lap of fuel, Jorrit really low fuel as well, and same with Joel. I mean, only TK has like 2 laps of fuel, but he disconnected, and I don't think he will reconnect back, as I don't saw him. So hopefully he can join back straight away.
Yeah, falling down to 6th position now. He has joined, so
joined. Thank God.
He's lost a couple of positions, but he'll be able to get back in his car and get underway again. We're only on lap 8 of 28, so another 20 to go.
Yeah, the top 3 still not going to the pit, so they're definitely holding up to the drive stint. Flaws of 48.2, fast lap time right now, and he is really close on the back of Maverick, who wants to break the slipstream, but he's going to compromise his own turns. Let's see what he can do.
Flo's lining him up here, isn't he?
Going to do the switch back. Oh, they're hitting each other a little bit, and Flo goes back straight through.
I think that was a fair move, a little bit of wheel banging, but nothing too major. And back into 4th goes for Flo, but look who's ahead of him at the moment. Yellow flags in sector 2. What has happened here? Jorrit.
Oh, George spun off.
Jorrit has spun.
No front wing damage, but I think he caught out in that turn. It's turn 6, I think. It's the left-right corner. I think he went a little bit too fast and then spun out, but lucky for him, he didn't lose any time.
Nabs and Rays are having a bit of a ding-dong at the moment too. Razor gets the move done, and Nabs continues on following him. It's been a bit of a messy race, his first one so far here tonight. And so Jorrit's obviously struggling, and he's going to get passed again by Maverick. So is he carrying an issue or something that we can't see, because he's going very slowly at the moment.
He has a puncture.
Ah, that's why, yeah, rear right puncture.
That's why. On lap 9, I mean, he must have blown down the power so early then in every corner. Wow.
We saw him sliding, didn't we, a lot, and yeah, perhaps that's gonna raise an eyebrow.
Oh, take it easy, George.
He'll struggle into the pits. I'm sure he'll be okay though. Disappointing though. Jaws up to 2nd though.
TK is back in the session though, luckily for him.
Yep.
And three-way fight for 4th place.
Here we go, and down the inside goes the Ferrari.
Down the inside. I think Dynasty has hit him, I think. But no, he hasn't. Down the inside, he cuts the corner a little bit, but TK is still there, so no illegal overtake for him. Yeah, really close.
Down into the braking zone. This corner's often had a steward's office inquiry Of course, you can check everything out to do with that and much more at www.f1tshub.com. We're not taking any more sign-ups for this season. Now we still have a waiting list, and we've only got one more race to go after this one, so makes no sense to do that. Danestar gets through on the inside, and TK having a good scrap here.
Let's see what Spirel's can do. Is he gonna make a dive, maybe? He's going for it a little bit, but that's too far back, so he has to wait a little bit for the straight. As Lucky is going to the pits. Is this for dry tires or for Intis? That's the question.
That's the big question.
What is Joel gonna do? Joel is... wait. There we go, he's still staying out. Obviously he has fresh Intis.
So here comes Lucky. It looks Intis to me.
Yeah, Intis. I think he's still Intis all the way.
So where's he going to come out in comparison to Flo? That's interesting. They're going to be close. I think Reflow's going to go past. So is that just the undercut? That's
yeah, it's just undercut. Yeah.
Just the undercut has just really helped Reflow. So Luki's got to hope it continues raining. Reflow's going to hope it doesn't. Maverick's in the pits as well now, so he'll drop down the order. And wow, it just shows you how much that undercut's been worth. And Reflow back into what is this, essentially the net lead.
It will be the net lead, yeah, because he's 9.8 and the gap is continuing to drop off. So Joel has to pit this lap to avoid any more damage to his position. So then he's gonna come out in, I think, P5 or P4.
Rex just gets past Maverick on the exit of the pits there. So back into the points for both Williams drivers. Joret, he'll be frustrated with that, down in 12th position. And Nabs on his debut, currently in 13th, back of the runners. Yeah,
very unfortunate. He still has changed his wing though, but very unfortunate that he was in the collision with the rest of the field. Although, I just look now, this floor's taking a massively amount of time to join. It's just like illegal, man. It takes more than 4 seconds, I think, in all of this. So just show you how much a fresh set of Intis can make a difference, you know, compared to old Intis.
Yeah, definitely.
He has to come to the pits. Joy, he can't afford. He's still continuing on though.
Look at this little interesting battle going on here. Look at 4th all the way down to what, 8th, 9th position. They're only all separated by a couple seconds in between these cars. So down the straight, you can actually see. If you look behind, you can actually see 4 or 5 cars on the same stretch of track. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all these guys play out. Both McLarens, of course, involved in that fight at the moment.
Yeah, and still look at Jordo. He's still staying out on those Intis. Well, I don't know. I think he just really wants to wait to the dry period. And although sector 1 looks very dry though, if you look at me.
Yeah, I think it's near that point.
Yeah, I think that's why George is waiting for. So if it is like DRS enabled this lap, and then I think George made that like a fantastic call, man. Just try to stay out as long as he can.
Yeah, if that is the case, he's played an absolute blinder, and he will hold the net lead. But yeah, Luke, you have to say, as I mentioned earlier, might have been a better idea to come in and get some fresh undercut if you knew it wasn't going to rain all the way to the end of the race.
Yeah, it looks like the rain has stopped. Yeah, it's
the McLaren Spider Alice attacking TK, by the way, now.
Yeah, just riding on board, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Although they are pretty low on fuel, not gonna lie. By well at least, but I think he's gonna may have a chance maybe at the straight if you get like a good X output on the corner. Although he gets a good one here.
Both McLarens are going to be on the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Struggling is the Ferrari.
TK is massively struggling though. Down the inside, Spider this. Oh wow! I just see a. What the hell has happened here?
Did he pause it or something? Maybe he ghosted. And look at that, Liam trying to go around the outside. Liam goes around the outside of turn. Is he coming into the pits?
All pitting. Is it for dry? I see dry tires. I see softs on Luki's pit crew. What is Joe gonna do? He's gonna put on softs as well. Yeah, it's dry. They're all gonna gamble it.
They're gambling it.
Joel on mediums.
Joel's going to the end. He gets held in the pits.
He gets held up in the pit. What is he doing? He could have gone out ahead of him. Oh my god, he had so much room.
Liam continues on now.
Ruining it for himself. I think. He had so much clear space in the pit lane. Why did he actually hold up?
So Jonas gets ahead of Reflow coming out of the pits. So top two still on Inters.
Joe has some sort of benefit because in this condition the hardest tires works better. So flaws are on the soft, same with Lucky. So I think Joe is gonna try to get to the end of this race. It is possible to lose 16 left instead of mediums. Well, the flaws and Lucky are also on the softs. So they're gonna be really close to getting a puncture, maybe having puncture, maybe late in the race.
Razor's having a look at Reflow, so it looks like the intermediate tires have more grip at the moment, or this section of the track. So Razor, is he going to go down the inside? He does go down the inside, so, and he gets the car slowed down fine. Reflow's just struggling a little bit to get his tires up to temperature. So this dry weather has definitely put a bit of spice in our curry here tonight. And yeah, look at that, we're flowing fourth now.
Yeah, but I still want to go back to the point when Liam passed T-Cray and the rest of the guys. He just came out of nowhere, and it looks like he almost like ghosted those two cars.
So Liam, of course, pitted, I believe, lap 1 or 2, so his inters are pretty old. When he comes in now, or not this lap, he'll come in perhaps the end of lap 12, he won't actually be too far off the lead, so I reckon he would have taken that after his first couple laps incidents. Reflow really struggling, he almost loses the car and exit. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. Who's that for?
That's Maverick. He's gone up.
Yeah, recovering. No wing damage. He can continue on.
Jordan is still on the input and he's still gaining a lot on Jordan. This is going to be still pretty interesting to see, but yeah, it's definitely not dry enough for the dry guys. Look at Jordan struggling. And
Nabs as well on the super softs. So yeah, look at that.
Still definitely not ready.
So the guys on Inters will be laughing. Lukey will be thinking, why on earth did he come in? He was on the freshest of anyone on Inters, and yeah, he's struggling at the moment. But look at this, Liam and Jonas, top 2 on Inters. Razor there as well on Inters. Jorit slicing through the field after that puncture. He's also on those fresh. He's actually on the freshest Inters after his puncture.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still gonna see how this plays out, but it is drying out, but I think it needs to take another 2 laps at least to get the enabled sign.
This has been a really interesting race, Sean, not just for battles on track, but the way the strategies have formed. Usually, you know, you see a lot of drivers pit around the same laps, but we almost had half the field come in lap 6, and then half the field try and stretch it out. And it's interesting how it's gone from one advantage to one group to, you know, the other group having advantage, and those who stopped the latest on the Inters are now actually reaping the rewards, even though they were undercut earlier on.
Yeah, Liam's still trying to go another lap, and same as the Jonas Ariza, so yeah, it's still not ready though. So, and they have all gonna have this fresh set of dry tires until the end of the race, so it's very interesting to see them.
Definitely is. Battle for the second and third positions holding up as well. I think that's helping Liam pull away at the moment. But yeah. Lukey and Reflow on the same tyres. That'll be an interesting one. 14 laps to go here. Lap 14 out of 28, halfway through the podium tier. Of course, we only have one more race next week, and then Season 12 F1 2017 will be done and dusted. And yeah, mega excited for the final race, and of course to bring you all news on Season 12, but we won't talk about that too much. We've got a championship battle. As things stand, I believe Reflow would win the championship at the moment. In terms of the constructors, we'll have to have a look. And look at this position change. Yeah,
he gets it. Still with the broken front wing though, Jonas. He still keeps up, so props for him.
Oh, Jonas looks to the inside, gives him a tap. Oh, they both touch.
Guys. What are you doing? Oh my god. I hope they are in a party though. If they're not, then...
No, because of course Jonas is actually, although he's in the Red Bull car, he's actually racing for Mercedes, so...
Oh yeah, I forget everything what I said. Forget everything.
George just gets passed by Danestar. George's off the track, on the grass as well at the moment, so... Not George's day today, has it?
No. Making the one goals, and now with the Intis not a good qualifying, yeah. Oh, and Liam is going to the pit. Is he going on the... Oh, brake! No, Liam, that's... no. I knew it would happen. If he goes with dry tire, that's the thing. Yeah, he goes. He's going for a set of mediums. Although the track looks now much more drier than it was before, so...
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on his lap times. But Razart now leads this one. Of course, he has taken his first win at F1 TS Hub this season in the podium tier. And is he going to be able to stretch this stint out a little bit further?
Yeah.
Jonas came in as well. Did he change his front wing? So he'll drop down quite a bit, but he'll be on the freshest. He's actually gone for super soft tires. So why is Jonas gone for the super softs? He won't be able to take those to the end, surely, will he?
No, 30 laps is impossible. The same with Dimester, it's just impossible. Even with this condition, the softest tires are not helping you. Normally the mediums what Joyce are, is normally the best in this kind of conditions, but he doesn't really gain that much advantage to everyone, so... Rise are still continuing on though.
Yeah, the gap's coming down. The gap's coming down though. Razor is losing time now.
It is time.
Yeah, it definitely is. Liam made the right call, I think, in terms of what lap to come in and change.
Yeah, oh my god. Whoa, I see some major lag by him.
Lucky's closed down Reflow a bit as well. Was over 2 seconds, now under.
Let's see. The AOS is not still enabled though, so it's now just pure on steps 2. And yeah, it is enabled.
So, there you
I
go.
think Liam has made the perfect call.
Yeah, he couldn't have got it more spot on, I don't think, if he tried.
Yeah, oh no, balls, take it easy, going to the pits. Oh my god, I thought they were pulling the light with each other for a bit. Yeah,
Set of soft tyres or medium, you would say, for Razor here.
Yeah,
Turns his pit lane limiter on very early.
I mean, better than speeding in the pit lane like what Liam did.
Yep, Jorit coming into the pits as well, so they'll be on the freshest tyres.
He did a great job on the mediums and he still gets it. I think Rise is going to set up softs, yeah. Great goal by him. 12 laps will do.
10 seconds off the lead. Will the two in front struggle on their tyres the last few laps of the race? There's only one way to find out.
I mean, they did it on the dries like more than 4 laps ago and they had to struggle the whole way with terms of traction, so the tyre is going to be much higher than set of Liam and Spirituality, for example.
Endure as well.
Like much more tire. Yeah, but he's on the medium as well and still struggling a lot now with this condition.
Draw under attack from Spider Atlas. Look at this as they head into turn 4. Is he able to do anything? Spider Atlas has been behind him for quite a while now. He just can't seem to. Is he going to do him on the traction here? Round the outside. This becomes the inside. They make contact.
Oh, that was close. I think he lost a bit of his front wing actually.
But the end plate came flying off, yeah. Look at the Red Bull in the background. Razart's there. TK's there too. Jorit's behind. And the other Red Bull, Jonas, has come to join the party. Sean, dear, we're being treated here. Absolutely treated.
Yeah, it's gonna be just an Armageddon section right down here with 6 cars. So be prepared. There'll be a lot of things good. Well, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting to see what it's gonna take. And Liam, yeah, I still call him very good for him. Just make the right call on the mediums. Just a lap before DRS was enabled, and he on the couple
in his first race as well, Sean, really showing some good experience. Yeah. Reflow sets the fastest lap on those mediums, and look at that Spider, looks to the inside. You have to say that's a move that could end in tears. Somehow he squeezes his car down the inside, still gets DRS. The Red Bull in the background, Toro Rosso defending on the inside. The Ferrari coming there. Down the inside goes Jaw. The Red Bull goes down the inside of the McLaren now.
This is just a war section there. There's like 6-7 cars there, my god. If no one's gonna crash, then I'm just gonna in.
And look at Joel struggling on straight line speed. Jonas sets the fastest lap in the background. He's right at the back of this train.
Joe down inside Joel.
My goodness, there's been contact.
Oh,
Joel and Razor.
Oh my god, there's just a big orgy down there. 3 car, good god, guys. This is just the Armageddon section of this field today. The 6 car covered by, I mean, less than a second to be fair.
Joel really does have poor straight line speed. Spider Atlas is trying to go around the outside. Joel pushes him wide, comes back on track. Somehow the cars avoid him. How on earth have all those cars avoided both the slow McLaren and the slow Toro Rosso? They somehow make it through. Joret, the big winner from that one, he comes out on top, and followed by him is Razor and Jonas.
Quite well, just stop go for cutting. Oh my god. Oh wow. He must have had like avoid something. Or just corner cut this way to Joe and then takes the position. I don't know what happened to him, but he gets a 5-second stop go. Really
of course, if he doesn't come in and serve that, it'll be added to his time at the end of the race.
It's also 44.6, although Liam is catching up a little bit on those guys. Not that much, but just a little bit.
So as things stand at the moment, Sean, let's give a bit of a championship update. We'll start with the Drivers' Championship. Reflo obviously leading. He's gonna take this championship. Luki at the moment would he move into second place? He wouldn't quite, but he'd be fighting very close for second place. So Drivers' Championship is pretty straightforward at the moment. If we look at the Constructors' Championship, so Williams is 11 points ahead of Mercedes, who are in 2nd and 7th position. So what is that? 6 plus 18, 24. So looks like Williams would extend their lead at the moment of 11 points as things stand, just by a point. So we'd head into the last race with that constructors battle all to play for. But yeah, this will be really interesting to see how things pan out.
Yeah, and with the drivers, then Floors is only going to stay straight away because Joy is in 10th place at the moment, struggling with those medium tires. Although I still see a bit of white raining bits on the car of Joy, so the track is still not like drying up in some sort of way, but it is drying up for DRS conditions.
As things stand as well, I believe that Red Bull would be out of contention for the Constructors' Championship heading into the final race of the season next week.
Yeah. Will be, but... And Floor takes another fast zone, 43.5.
Luke, he can't keep up at the moment, can he?
No, I think he just lost cause, I think.
Lap 19, sorry, out of 28.
Because they pitted like so early when it was still like treacherous condition, Lucky and Floors though. And Liam pitted at the just the perfect moment, so his tires are like much fresher than Lucky the ones, so I'm gonna keep an eye on those two when 5 laps later, because that tire's gonna be absolutely shredded by that.
Yeah, Jorrit sets the fastest lap time of the race on lap 19 out of lap 18 out of 28. He set that, and you can see Jonas on the super soft tyre really looking quick as well at the moment, but he will have to stop again. Yeah, as you mentioned, will the top two have to stop again? Will fourth have to stop again? We'll have to wait and see. If they do, you have to say Liam is looking pretty on those medium tyres. TK also on those medium tyres. So yeah, all to play for here still. As TK, is he going to go down the outside? He tries it, thinks better of it.
Another really great way.
Yeah.
It's not for there. He has to wait this time. I mean, Jonas' tire is going to burn off very quickly, so it's a moment of time before he actually can pass those guys.
Heading into the heavy breakers. Always a difficult traction zone, I found this one, Sean, as you head up the hill here.
Yeah. It is one that is really tough. Oh! Dinosaur, where the hell did that come from? Don't tell me he has a puncture again. Don't tell me that. Has he actually got a puncture? Or did he spawn off on his own? Oh, I got a most ridiculous point there. he spun off a very looks like he got a puncture, but I think not. No, he doesn't have a puncture though. Man, I thought he would have had a puncture at that moment.
Look at this battle with Jaw and Spider Atlas. We saw it come to blows earlier on in the race, and they've been pretty close to each other since then too. So Jaw's medium tires helping him at the moment.
Yeah, but I think his championship is pretty much
it's over.
I think.
Unless something happens to Reflow at the front, it's
I mean,
it's done and dusted.
I mean, I thought like in turn 1 it can't be any more scripted, but if Float is gonna have something spun out with a punch or something else, then it is definitely scripted. Yeah, we have 8 laps remaining and it is still not done, so we're just gonna see what happens. And he's still fighting for the most points what he can get. So we just have to wait and see what he can do.
Yeah, definitely. Lap 20 out of 28, of course. And yeah, I'm going to be sad to see Malaysia off the calendar, Sean. It's a track that has featured in every single F1 TS Hub season, even our shortened season, as far back as we go. So, of course, our 11th season here on F1 2017, and yeah, it's going to be sad to see it go, but we'll take lots of memories. And Reflow at the moment, how much pressure do you think he'll be under leading this race? I know he's not, you know, under pressure in terms of points, but he's going to be feeling nervous for sure.
Yeah, but he has technically the title, so
Danestar's in.
And we know. Yeah, for a new set of.
He likes to break late into that pit lane, doesn't he, Danestar?
Yeah, fuck. Well, it really goes.
Yellow flags in sector 3.
That's painful. He's retired, he spun off, and he falls to the time position.
Wow. So Rex out of this one.
Wait, Maverick. Oh wait, I thought he had before the content, but he hasn't. Never mind.
TK all over the back of Razart still. So that midfield battle still happening right now. Jonas, we know he's got to pit again. He's on those super soft tires. Who else is going to have to pit again? That is a big question. Those drivers who went onto the soft tires, can they go to the end of the race? And
I think
are any of these medium guys going to be able to take advantage of that?
I think Luke and Vlog's really gonna feel it. I think on those last 3 laps of the race, because they pitted so late, and with the traction what they had like in the rain, it's gonna eat more of the tires. So I'm eager to see it, but Liam doesn't get there. Vlog still says another faster at 41, and Luke is gonna get back over there at 39.7. Yeah, I'm eager to see what can happen, but yeah, we just have to wait a little bit what Luke and Vlog can do and with those warm tires.
So, Sean, obviously we've crowned a Drivers' Champions in the Pinnacle tier, which is the one that's about to go live shortly at 8 PM. It looks like we're going to crown another Drivers' Champion here tonight in Reflow. I'm pretty excited. Yeah. He's practiced and worked so hard earlier on in the season. He had the pace, he showed glimpses of it, but he's made mistakes, and since the midway point of the season, he's really got the hammer down. As look at this, TK down the inside of Razor. That's a late lunge, gets the car slowed down. Razor gives him room. Fair racing for both of them there. Razor goes a little bit deep, gives him a little push, and TK's gonna have to live to fight another day and try that one again.
Yeah, very good move, and just out of sort of nowhere, and yeah, very good. And he goes down again, and he makes it, TK. Wow.
He gives Razor room as well. He doesn't push him off, and you have to say, feeling confident on the brakes is the Ferrari.
Yeah, he broke so much later than Razor, and yeah, he puts him off a little bit on the track, but that's fine. Just hard but fair. He didn't push him off that much, so it's still kind of like a good move from TK.
Definitely is. We're about to hit an hour into our stream here, Sean, and this will obviously you're away next week, so this will be your last commentary for us this season at F1 TSR Reflow. Just to add insult to injury, sets the fastest lap of the race. Maybe his tires are going to be okay.
I hope they can, but it's very unlikely. They pitted like lap 12, and even though you can take those softs, but with the raining conditions they have and with the traction being that poor, on dry tires on the wet track. It's gonna be close, but I just hold my breath that it's not gonna be something terrible that's gonna happen. Hopefully for those two.
So the Pinnacle tier, by the way, is just about to start. They've got 15 drivers over in that one. It's full wet weather, so Malaysia liking to throw us a little bit of rain. Here in the UK, we haven't seen any of that in a long time. And Lukey, he's going to finish second here today if he carries on where he is. And you know, he was a champion in season 9. Sean, he hasn't been able to do it this season. He showed glimpses. He's won a race, but you have to say he'll put his hands together and clap for a flow. I know I don't want to commentate curse anyone, but you have to say that this race is looking ever so likely to finish as we are. Some of the gaps are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and yeah, Floss has drove an almighty good season in the podium tier, and I hope he can go to the maybe the Pinnacle tier. And I think he can belong there, just fight with those guys.
I think you're correct. Natural evolution, isn't it? You know, the quicker you get. Obviously,
Lucky is closing up a lot on.
Yeah, it's a very quick lap time that is.
It's going to be interesting with those two.
Maybe a little bit of pride involved here.
Yeah.
Former champion versus champion-elect. 12 runners left in the session.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Danestar hasn't had a good race. He's like Jaw, they're usually top 5 runners. They find themselves outside the top 5 here today. George's had a good second half of the season as well. We've got to point out to him that yeah, he's really last what 3 or 4 races he's really upped his pace and put in some good performances. And Liam, at the moment, you know, he called the rain absolutely perfect. Had that first lap incident or second lap incident not occurred, you have to say he might have been able to do something more here today. But yeah, podium on the debut, you wouldn't mind that, would you, Sean?
I wouldn't mind it either. I didn't have one here in DSOC. And yeah, just having podium straight away in your debut, it's a better feeling than that can be. Well, a win would be for him absolutely mind-blowing, but I think it's maybe not gonna happen.
Reflow, as Jonas still on those super soft tires. Reflow ekes the gap back up to 3.5. So
yeah,
look, he can do all he can, but you have to say whatever he does, Reflow's got the answer at the moment.
Yeah, I hope what he can do. 3.4, yeah, I think Lucky had made some sort of mistake, I think, in some of the corners.
Jules closing in on Razor, so it's only for 7th and 8th position, but under a second now. DRS, of course, you've got yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. What has happened? That is Nab, so spinning out, continuing on. It's his first race, first ever league race is Nab's, and he joined us through contacting the British Esports Association, and then got sent through to myself, and I was able to get signed up to the league. You've got to take these last couple of races surely as just a learning experience, and get used to the format, get used to driving with, you know, loads of other cars on track, and perhaps you can come back stronger next season right from the start.
Yeah, Liam has to get some experience, just those 2 races, and see where the pace with other drivers is, and then take it over to next season on this year's 2018 game, and hopefully we will have a strong season in next year's game.
Looks like Razor is going to get passed here by Jor. Jor looks very quick. Those medium tires perhaps coming into play now for Jor.
Yeah, they will not quite those.
So looks like Reflow and Lukey are going to go to the end on those softs, Sean. You were sure they'd fall apart. But Reflow doesn't seem to be struggling with fastest laps. Joel goes down the inside, and job done, up a position into 7th. Of course, he's still going to be leaving tonight, you know, a little bit feeling down. He hasn't been able to win. He was tipped as the early favourite, and he hasn't been able to do it. Newcomer Reflow, as Razor goes back down the inside, and that's a move you can often do there at turn 12. You can catch a driver trying to get the best exit onto the straight, and suddenly you find a driver on your inside.
I mean, he still has the DRS though as well, but the straight line speed is not there. And he goes back. Oh, nice scrap in his three, squeeze him out. Yeah, that's the corner from Joe. Gets back P7.
So they head down to turn 1. Perhaps we'll see another dive bomb. DRS is open for the Red Bull. Razor, of course, an experienced veteran driver here at F1 TS Hub. I believe one of the longest serving drivers across all 3 tiers who are still racing with us tonight. So well done to him. Always thank you for his support. One of our race premium drivers as well, as of course is Lukey, and Joel as well. So big thanks to them for all their support. And yeah, lap 26 out of 28, and it feels right to end Malaysia with a championship drive from Reflow, don't you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be sad not to drive on this track, but hopefully F1 can have a nice negotiate, and Flo's just taking another hard lap. Blind me, just
he's toying with him.
You can make, yeah.
Don't think we're going to see too many changes from now on, but let's watch this man. Penultimate lap. He is just a lap and 2 sectors away from claiming his first ever Drivers' Championship at F1 TS Hub. He will be the Drivers' Champion of the Podium tier. He's worked ever so hard. He's practiced so much, and it shows you, Sean, when you practice and you work hard, it pays off.
It really pays off, and yeah. For me, this Flo's just a deserved champion, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, he definitely has. He made, you went commentating the first half of the season, Sean. He did make some mistakes. I remember he crashed on the first lap in Silverstone after getting pole around Cops, and you have to wonder, could he have wrapped this championship up earlier? I'm glad he didn't though, and we've had this to talk about all the way through. Razor is still under a second on Joel, but he's going to have just a straight and a lap to go before he is crowned the champion. And of course, all of our champions at F1 TS Hub, Sean, you will know this, get a trophy sent to them. And yeah, when that arrives, how does it feel?
It feels actually pretty good. Like, it is very rare that leagues do that, and then to actually have that, it's actually pretty nice to have. And yeah, mine was sent as well because I won the constructors with Mark. And yeah, it feels absolutely good. And Flo's gonna feel that way as well.
He definitely will. And as we mentioned, we've only got one more race left next week. That's in Baku. So Baku will be round 12, the final round of this season, season 11. The final time we race as a league race at F1 TS Hub on F1 2017. You can see the banners in the background of the screen that you're watching now. And yeah, lots of memories, lots of chaos, lots of moments, and lots of regret. But for Reflow, it's going to yield his first true taste of success as a driver's champion. And what a beautiful drive he's had today. He's faced adversity head on, come from pretty much the back of the field to fight back to win this race. He's only got a sector to go. Danestar sets the fastest lap of the race, so I wonder if Reflow will not like that one too much, but I'm sure he won't mind too much. We'll ride on board with him, Sean, as he crosses the line. How happy is he going to be?
For speeding, yeah, hopefully. I think he can feel the excitement already, because he is now the champion. Oh, Ryzard is back to draw actually. He made a mistake, but that doesn't mind really that much. And yeah, there goes Flo's, just an absolute deserved winner on this race as well, even though when he crashed out. But absolutely, more importantly, the championship. So
here we go.
And congratulations, Flo.
Reflow is the champion, sets the fastest lap, shows everybody he is the man of the podium tier. Season 11 drivers champion, Reflow from the Williams team. Lukey finishes in second. Good strong drive from him. Liam on his debut exits the final corner. He's weaving, he's happy. His first podium at F1 TS Hub in his first race. Congratulations to him. Jorah, a solid drive from the Ferrari man. He's going to come home in 4th position. He exits the last corner. And yeah, he's weaving, so he's happy as well.
Yeah, he's happy as well, and great job by him. Jonas as well, 5th place. And for Mercedes as well, just points score. TK 7th. And Jora, I think it's not done. Wait. Oh wait. It's gonna get decided though. DRS. Joel PA, so yeah. He's not having the championship anymore.
No, Joel will be disappointed, you know, but there's positives he has to take from this season, as do, you know, a lot of the drivers who are going to come back and try again. Spider Atlas is paused at the moment. He pitted on the last lap, I believe. So, yeah. Massive congratulations to Reflo. We've said it enough how much he deserves this one. And he's just got to wait for the rest of these drivers to complete their laps. Nabs, his first race is going to come across the line. And, yeah, we are almost done and dusted. Just the McLaren left to cross the checkered flag. Reflo will stand on the top step. He will receive the Malaysian Grand Prix trophy, and then that's the virtual one, and then he'll receive the Drivers' Championship, of course, at the end of the season, once all of our champions across all three of our tiers in both drivers and constructors have been decided. But wow, what a race. Thank you very much, Malaysia, for always your fantastic racing and your fantastic Grand Prix that you've put on across the seasons at F1 TS Hub. Here we go. Reflo is the champion. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolute fantastic drive. Even when he was called out in turn 1, still fights back. And yeah, just no words actually. Then alright, then true champion, fastest lap, the win, and yeah, just and the champion as well. So massive congratulations to him, and unfortunate for Joe that he missed out the title, even though he was leading the championship in a couple of races.
So nice to see all the drivers in the group chat already congratulating him on his championship win. So just shows you this podium tier has been a good group of guys this season. They've got one final race to decide the constructors, of course, which is still up for grabs. But today, Reflo is the champion. He wins the race. He took pole. He took fastest lap. He got spun out on the first lap, but it didn't matter. He is the season 11 podium tier champion. Lukey finishes in second. Liam in third on his debut. Jorah in fourth. Jonas in 5th, TK in 6th, Razor in 7th, Jor in 8th, 9th is Danestar, 10th is Spider Atlas, 11th will be the other Renault, Nabs is 12th, then you've got Rex who crashed out in 13th place. Gamersat, of course, wasn't able to start. A couple drivers with penalties. Overall, a good race, some good weather, some bad weather. Sean, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. Enjoy your holiday next week, and I'm sure we will see you back in the commentary box next season.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drive any more further in the field. I'm just gonna put it out straight away because I don't like driving there anymore. And yeah, hopefully I can do some more commentary box, and hopefully for a driver as well, which I always support in the Pinnacle tier, and that's LED, also Alex knows. So hopefully I can commentate on him for next year's race. And
good stuff. Well, there you have it. Round 11 is done. One round to go to decide the constructors next week. Your Pinnacle tier is live now. Your Prestige tier will be live at 9 PM tonight with myself and Alan in the commentary box. And yeah, both championships not decided in our top tier at 9 PM. So make sure you tune in to both the Pinnacle and Prestige, which are later on tonight. The Pinnacle tier, I can tell you at the moment, is just about to get its race underway. So best of luck to them. Thank you very much to our podium tier for another fantastic night. Congratulations to Reflo. You are a champion.